Hey, dimwit, cut your pissing route, frig off with that lot.
Let's put the customer first. Here's how to handle it.
And item number 10. £18.6, please. Biggest ding dong ever! Ding dong! Using a satin fabric creates puckering. Baby!
Just say no. Don't act like a great big star. You can be a hero, be who you are.
I'm Dora.
And I'm Nora.
And yes, you've guessed it.
We're twins.
Nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody has got a body like you, but I gotta think twice before I give my heart.
It's very short. I can almost see her tuppence. My safe word is daffodil.
What's this?
That's the way we last till we die.
Just to let you know, if anyone is phoning up, the Grot Bags commemorative plate, what we was advertising, that I'm afraid is completely sold out.
Thank you, very glad.
Okay, kids, time for bed. Come on, I'll tuck you in a little bit. Oh, hi. Welcome. You're just in time for the party. Would you like a cheese puff?
Hello. I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm having a dinner party and I seem to have run out of coffee.
You can be anything you want to be there.
You can see anything you want to see there.
There's excitement in the air for you and me there. Fancy free there. Take your family there, but you've got to be there.
Yeah.
You just got to be there. You'll feel free there. You'll be what you want to be. See what you want to see. 7 holes the key there. Be there. Got to be there. Just you and me there.
You just got to
Be there.
to be there. Be there. The time is now. Be there.
You've got to be there.
Yeah.
You just got to be there. You'll feel free there. Be what you want to be. See what you want to see. There'll be you and me there. Be there.
Hello, customers. It's nearly 6 o'clock. Pack up and piss off.
Okay, Elliot, what's your question?
I'd like to ask 5-star where they're so fucking crap, they're fucking
Thanks very much, Elliot.
Oh, thanks,
Oh,
Elliot.
thanks, Elliot.
Thanks very much, Elliot. Thank you.
Hello, welcome to Thursday night.
I know, sorry for making it a day later.
Oh yeah, we late note. We decided last minute. We decided to go out.
We thought we'd treat our boys. Marlon and Stephen, we wouldn't be doing our live stuff without them, would we?
No, they help us so much with the quizzes and with the venues, and then getting us, helping us so much at the SJT as well with our big shows. So yeah, we took them out for an Italian meal last night to say thank you.
But here we are from sunny Scarborough.
Nice to see everyone. I hope you
Yeah.
can hear us because I'm never sure if everything's working because everything's changed a little bit.
Changes.
We're going through changes. Was that Ozzy Osbourne and
when they
Baby
were,
Baby Osbourne?
rotating on a Lazy Susan.
Yeah, right. Let's have a look who's here. So, if you're joining us, let me know your name and where you're watching, but put the caps lock on. Put it in capitals because then I'll be able to see. Because everything gets lost and you all chat away and I can't see who's joining or not. But Will Venus, Mr. Venus is here. Hiya. Tracy30 is here. Darren is here. Darren Brambles. The Duchess is here. Trust the Duchess. BG Bear is here. There'll be some repeats later on because then you all get your capicals out. Who else is here? Coral is in. Paul is doing the washing up. Coral's in. Oh, there's a little horrible fly in here. Who else? Right, I'm strolling down because you do so much chattery. 7 Networks over here. Hello, 7 Network. Ross Morgan is in. Hello, my darling Ross Morgan. Jason Darcy is in. Bonjour, la classe. Bonjour, Monsieur Darcy.
Bonjour, Monsieur
Asseyez-vous.
Darcy.
Pauline Grant is in. Pauline Grant bought a bottle of Jam Shed last week. It was delicious.
Catching on, Coral.
Good, isn't it? Aldi do like an Imo version called like Jam
Buckle.
Jammy Red, I think.
Yeah, Jam Red.
Jammy Red. It's dead nice. 7 Network's got a Jam Shed Chardonnay.
Isn't she meant to be on reception?
She is.
She's supping on reception.
She's over in the YouTube having a laugh. Let's have a look who else is in. Butterfly is here. Right, capitals. Hopefully capitals are coming up now. Martin Sullivan is in and goes, oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello, mine.
Jason R is here. Jason's in the man cave. Coral from Dorset here. Nick from Worcester. Hello, Nick. That's NP.
Nick from Worcester.
Tracy from upstate New York.
Upstate New York.
That's Tracy 30. Jason from Bristolfordshire is in. Good news on the Bristol front.
Oh, buses are on. Maggie Boggs' bus to the Robins has been reinstated.
There's an interview with the bus suffragettes, but they don't interview Maggie. She's been like sidelined. I think she was a bit too vocal, wasn't she?
Perhaps we should get in touch with Maggie Bogg in the next week or so and just see what she
Find
thinks
out what
about
she
it.
thinks. Yeah.
Well,
But she does. She is singing on the little clip, isn't she?
Yeah.
She sings something at the front of a crowd of ladies.
Yeah.
So yeah, nice to see. Maggie's good. She can get to the Robins. Who else is here?
you give them capitals.
I'm looking for capitals. Archie Diggins is in. Hey, Archie Diggins. He's from Scotland.
Not the East End.
No, but we still do East End for Archie Diggins. Yeah. Leslie Ann's in. Leslie Ann
Hello,
Lynch.
darling. Welcome back.
She
missed you too.
She works on Wednesdays, so
We've
our little
missed you too.
cheeky switch has been good for her.
Good.
She's Leslie Ann from Fife.
Fife in Scotland.
BG Bear from Bishop Auckland. Julian and Sandy. Helen from Wonderful.
Oh.
How'd you say that? Wonderful Hull.
Wonderful Hull.
Wonderful Hull. From Wonderful Hull.
Wonderful Hull.
More on Helen's escapades later. Who else? Pete Potofsky's in. Pete, how's Little Red? Let us know in the comments.
Oh, she's not been well.
No, she might be having to go to the vets for something.
Yeah, she went well.
Andy from Manchester's in. Ross from Rhondda is here. Ooh, Rhondda.
Is that Rhondda Wales?
No, Rhondda, the American sitcom. Nathan from Australia is here. Hey, Nathan.
Hey, good day. Good night, Nathan. Good day, Nathan.
Good day, Nathan, you bloody hunk of spunk. Will is in. Will Venus themselves are here. Hello. Cilla's here. Someone's saying hello to Cilla, but Cilla's not mentioned her name, where she's from, in capitals
We
for
don't
me.
need to.
But I'd like to know where Cilla's
We
in.
know where she's from.
My mum is watching, as is Alice.
Hi, Alice.
So Mum and Alice are watching. Alice is my niece.
Hi, Anne. Hi, Alice. Hi, David.
I just wanted to say, it's a good job that woman's got cheese puffs in, hasn't it?
Well, she's got kids.
Let's hope they don't run out.
And I think
it'd be awful if they run out.
Because she's in America, they come in them big plastic jars with a lid on.
They do, I think. But does she give them out in those jars? I think she'd use a lot of bowls.
No, she wouldn't give the kids a jar of puffs.
Bowls.
Yeah,
Lots of bowls.
Yeah.
Bowls.
Because they've got to make room for quiche.
I'm missing names here. But Cilla's here. Cilla's chatting away about the two Ronnies. She must have been dear, dear friends with both Ronnies.
Yeah.
I imagine Cilla was better friends with Corbett than Barker.
Why'd you say that?
I just think she'd get on. Wasn't Corbett's wife like a bit of a hoofer?
Ronnie was. Yeah.
I think little Ronnie was a little bit more showbiz.
Yeah.
Right, let's. Pip is in. Shalom from Pip in Yorkshire. Shalom, our dear friend Pip. Pip, can you hear us? Pip, can you see us?
Pip, watch us fly.
Joshua Spencer is in. I'm going to say Joshua. Like jalapeno. Josh Spencer, this is especially for you, a Cillagram.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
That's better.
That's better, Josh.
That's better, Josh.
His
Happy
birthday's
birthday, Josh.
tomorrow.
I think it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
I
bet he's not very old. I bet it's like a young chicken in there.
Marcia's in. Marcia and Ewan are watching in Southport. Capital Paul from Airdrie in Scotland. Airdrie. Not sure.
Airdrie. We're saying that wrong, aren't we?
Airdrie. Dale's in. Dale and Caroline from Bridlington. Pip's saying, they've changed the YouTube layout. What's all this about? I know, we don't know. I've got a warning on this screen
They
from
meddle,
YouTube.
don't they? They don't tell you when they're going to do it. You wake up and it's all different.
We don't know. Look, the warning's gone now. I don't know what's going on.
No.
Darren and Rebecca in Sussex. Let me have a look. There was some news from Darren. It has been 6 weeks since Rebecca's operation, and she wants to thank everyone for their good wishes. I hope you're doing all right, Rebecca. Cilla's chatting. Cilla's wanting people to go and chat on the Cilla sofa. She's also saying, "What's your name and where'd you come from?"
You need a big Cilla sofa. You need a big Cilla sofa. You need a big sofa, Cilla.
Let's have a look if I'm missing anyone. It's now got to hello, my name's Dale and I'm from Brid. Here we go. It's Cilla from a crypt. I think that is all. A few people forgot their capicals, but I think I've caught up. Let me have a look. Anyone else? Hi, Adals. My name's Caroline. I'm from Briglington. So Caroline's here. Josh is from Newcastle upon Tyne.
That's Josh Sadler.
Josh Sadler, not Josh Spencer, whose birthday it is. And I think Aya from Winestead. What's that?
Winestead. Of
Winestead.
Easterval. Paul Hereford.
Is that a posh place?
Winestead, I think it's a village, isn't it, Dolls?
Winestead, Paul. Alex Johnson from Southport. Alex Johnson from, I think it's Ormskirk. I think that's all. Leslie Ann says our pronunciation of Eritrea was absolutely fine. We prefer Peterhead. And I think that's it for me. Right.
Oh, let's see what's over in here.
We didn't think anyone would come tonight, did we?
No, we were very honoured. First through the doors is Sarah Simpson. Hello, Sarah
Simpsons.
Followed by the lovely Melanie Fairley. Martin Garton Spence.
Martin's had to delay his Prison Sublicates viewing.
I know, he said watching us on a Thursdays put him out of sorts. Lovely Mark Hall. And is Alex around?
I think Alex pops up in a bit.
Our lovely receptionist Jason Eleanor Rigby is on the desk in case we need her. Lovely Neil Sandwell. I would imagine he might be with Lady V and young
Dr. Henry Medicine Woman.
Yeah. There's little Alex there. Paul. Cough.
Oh, what's that? He swallowed an umbrella earlier.
This is Raspberry Aid. Paul Esselmont.
How would Sherry Stump say his name?
Esselmont. Lovely Markmund Pearson and Ricky. Gabrielle Chassé from Maine. Hello, darlings. And here she is. She's home and watching. She might be in the bath, though.
Oh, Timmy Alexis Carrington Ward sent me a voice message today, and she was hacking up like a navvy smoker in the kitchen.
Is she? In the back kitchen?
In the back kitchen. She was off to do...
Did you have chip pan on?
She's been working today, doing like a presenter's course, I think. Oh. So she's had an earpiece in and an auto cue. Yeah. So she's been like learning presenting.
And she's good behind the camera, apparently, isn't she?
She's good behind the camera. She's good in front of a camera.
She's very good in front of the camera.
I wonder what she's like with someone jabbering away in her ear.
And she can dance in heels.
she can.
Carol Brooks. She says, when's it already? It's Thursday, my darling.
You missed.
We've messed with... Oh, hello, darling. Miss Webb. Miss Webb. Lovely Gareth Webb. My lovely little mate, Gareth Webb, from my college. Jason Brett.
Which means that James is here as well.
Hello, darlings. Andrew Jones.
From Not So Sunny Stourbridge.
Stourbridge.
That's Andrew and Jason and Beastow and Claudie the cats.
Bistow, like the gravy.
Sorry, I'm so
Beastow.
posh.
It might be Beastow. Ian from Chesterfield Artisan Market.
Oh, and Ian's tagged Chesterfield Artisan Market as well.
Is that a sitcom? Is that like Albian Market?
Chesterfield Artisan Market.
Carol Brooks is from Stratford, sunny East London. Oh, East End? Is it East End, Stratford?
Ian says he's just from Chesterfield, not from the Artisan Market. That just happened, you know, when suddenly it's tagged something.
Yeah. Simon. Oh, Lily, Simon, darling.
Simon from Huddersfield is here.
It's very shouty, there's capitals. Carrie Louise Caylou from Sussex. And we've got little Nigel TC from Dawlish. Neil is out tonight.
Neil's working at the cinema tonight. Neil's
Neil works everywhere, doesn't
Neil's
he?
got a little usherette ice cream tray.
If he's not at an old house, is at a zoo,
or he's at the
cinema or a theatre.
He's got his little usherette thing on.
Yeah, ice cream
torch,
cones.
And he's they're watching Mean Girls the musical tonight, which I think would be very good.
Love it. And I love little Nigel TC works on the railways and is very, very good at it.
Nigel's wondering if Thursday in the Wig and Slingback is gay night or the meat raffle. Is it a different sort of night?
Judging from our wallpaper, gay night. Chris Gilbert, Wes and Rex the Whippet from Kingscliff. I love Kingscliff. I'm going to go to Kingscliff one day.
It just jumped about. James and Jason
from
are
Worthing.
Worthing.
Is that near Brighton?
Suzanne's in North Wales. Capical Paul has popped in from Airdrie.
Airdrie.
Helen and Andy in Cheshire. And Loose Sweetcorn himself, Joel William Hazeldine.
And Suzanne from North Wales.
And I think that's everyone.
So good evening. Now we all know where we're all from.
Right, Helen from Hull's just dropped a clanger. She says, I remember when Trevor and Simon off of Going Live were on Albian Market.
I wouldn't surprise me, would you?
Well, yeah, Albian Market's an ITV programme. Trevor and Simon are BBC property.
Albian Market was BBC One, love?
No.
Albion Market, you sure?
Reception. Immediate action is needed. What channel was Albion Market on? Drop everything.
All right.
You've got something on your glasses. Chris Gilbert says, Alan, you're very welcome to visit Kingscliff.
Oh, I'll pop up along.
And
I'll come for a week.
Martin Garton Spence ended up driving through Airdrie in the middle of the night recently. The motorway was closed and he got lost on the diversion.
Oh, you could have popped in South Paul.
Cilla says, we have been known in the Wig and Slingback to combine the gay night with the meat raffle.
Well,
right. Capital, straight from reception.
Oh, all right.
Albion Market was Granada, ITV Productions.
It just seemed a BBC thing to me.
Christopher Johns Barrymore, hi from North America, North Pennsylvania. Helen says they had bit parts on it.
On Albion Market?
Yeah. And Martin wonders if Trevor and Simon acted with Dame Helen Shapiro, who lived in Southport.
Walking back from happiness.
Whoop-ah, oh yeah.
Got some bread cakes for my tea.
Whoop-ah, oh yeah. We used to sing a song about Helen Shapiro walking back from Morrison's.
In Southport.
Because she used to live in Southport.
Walking back with some sausages.
Whoop-ah, oh yeah.
Got some baked beans for my tea.
Whoop-ah, oh yeah.
And relax. Yeah.
Albion Market was Birmingham, wasn't it? Wasn't it set in Birmingham?
Was it?
I think so.
You'll notice it's a little bit quiet on the Nibbles and Bubbles front tonight because they're busy rehearsing, aren't they?
They are. They're rehearsing. They're doing a play, I think, in about 2 weeks' time here in Scarborough on a Friday night. So we will go there and we will report for you.
Yeah.
We might do roving reporters outside. Even the Pies might go and see it. No, we can't do that.
No, we wouldn't do that to them. We'd put them off.
So,
if you're watching this and catch up, Nibbles and Bubbles, hello. We miss you.
Andrew says the cat is definitely named after Bistro the Gravy.
Bisto.
Named after an old Lily Savage joke about cat litter.
Bisto. Do you remember?
It was two little kids, wasn't it?
Yeah, two
Bisto.
little vagabonds, wasn't it?
Well, who was
Oxo.
The family?
Yeah.
Is that gravy?
Yeah.
But it's not just gravy, is it?
Well, we know Cilla knows about Oxo, as you know.
Of course she does.
Can I just say, Joel and Sarah and Elaine, last year you sent us some Oxo cubes, vegetarian, vegan Oxo cubes for us to do the orange. Should
we fill everyone in on the orange?
Yeah.
We're getting very original meals all of a sudden.
Oh, did you notice?
Of course, don't I always?
Well, it's my new meat cookery book from Oxo. I thought I'd try a new recipe.
The young Cilla had an Oxo recipe of her own. It didn't come from a book.
I helped myself to an orange and I helped myself to an Oxo cube. I guess I was so eager to eat the orange and the Oxo that it all blended into one. And I thought, oh, I like this. And doesn't that look fabulous? And this is and I started eating it.
You've seen it now. It's proof that she crumbled an Oxo on an orange.
And then gobbled it up in front of JC.
And lovely Joel, Sarah and Elaine gifted us some gifts last year with a box of OXO, but they were for vegetarians, like beef flavoured, but not beef. And they've been in our cupboard there for the orange challenge. But the other night I was making some, I was going to say scouse, it's not scouse, stovies. Yes, my Scottish friends, I made stovies the other night, didn't I?
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I need stock. And there I saw little Joel's box of OXOs glowing.
And it was nice.
And they are absolutely amazing. They are just like OXO cubes.
There's a few of you who've tried the OXO on orange. I know BG Bear has tried it because I've just seen BG Bear's written, I did try it, but I think OXO might have been saltier in Cilla's day. Didn't have the saltiness. I think Mark and Alex might have tried it. And I know
Elaine has.
Hazel Dean, Elaine and Sarah have tried it. So let us know.
So when we get some Jaffas in, we are going to do it. We promise you. We just keep forgetting, don't we?
Simon Press wondering if we might pop it on the trolley in our seaside special.
It could be very messy. Run the Fizzog.
Could be messy because we've got to keep it tidy because we have to tidy the place up at the end.
Yeah.
And it's all right. Already a mess with all the bingo cards everywhere.
I am not being funny, but Cilla had lovely teeth. She could really chow down on the orange.
Into that, couldn't she? She could strip the pith.
But if you haven't got the gnashers, wouldn't it just be a bit of a mess?
It would be. Right, it is 4 years.
4 years?
To the day, almost, like give or take a day, that we started the Isolation Creations. We started it, so you've heard this story before, but I'm going to repeat it. We started it because we were going to an isolation quiz night that a friend of ours was organising online. And one of the challenges the week before was to create a little tableau of a TV programme or a film, and people were going to guess what you'd recreated. And so we did Tiger King out in the back garden. And Alan just said, oh, it's such fun. Why don't we do one every day until we're released from lockdown? We'll put them on Facebook and see if people can guess what we're doing. And it was just for our friends and family, but it kind of snowballed.
And I wouldn't have said it really if I didn't have like a dressing up box, which we've always had, haven't we, since we've been together. We've been together 20 odd years now, so we've got quite a good, nice dressing up box.
Yeah.
And I used to sell things on eBay, and I used to buy things in bulk, like neck scarves and I bought a big job lot of wigs to sell.
You were going to style them up, weren't you, and sell them.
And so we had a box of wigs, and I thought, well, we've got wigs now, so we can most probably do a fair few of these photos.
And then that's what started it. So that's what we were up to.
And it was just our friends at first, and then our friends sort of told other friends, their friends, and it started to spread the word. And then we had lots of lovely messages from people saying, oh, keep this going, it's fun. And
we were on this morning with Eamon and Ruth, and Eamon and Ruth thought we were dressed up as them.
We were doing Pretty Woman.
We were dressed up as Richard Gere and Julia Roberts.
But, yeah, and it starts from there, really.
Snowball from there, and we're still doing it today. Right, let's have a look what you were doing 4 years ago, because we asked for your photos and your stories. So let's have a look. So this is none other than, and I don't think he's watching. He's in Iceland, actually, is he?
Oh, yeah, they said they might have bad whiffing.
I think he's away. That is Carlos Richard Bobbins Duffer, and I think that must be his daughter. And he, like a lot of us, decided to do something crazy with his hair in lockdown, with his hair. And he dyed his hair yellow in lockdown.
A lot of people did that, didn't they? They did home hairdressing.
Well, because everyone, you did my hair, didn't you, with a razor?
Yeah.
You were shaving away.
And then I coloured it, didn't I?
And then, we went blonde because the haircut.
I can't believe that's 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
He's a silver fox now, isn't he?
He's a silver fox now. There he is with his yellow hair. Disastrous. What's this little thing around his neck, do you reckon?
One of them Top Man things we're talking about.
It is, isn't it? Right, let's have a look. Who else? What else? And who else? So... I don't think you'll recognise these people.
Is it the with Wex and thing from Kingscliff?
No, that's the. They are the fathers of Bistro, the cat.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, so that is.
Oh, yes.
Andrew.
Yeah.
So this is Andrew
I know, I've
from
recognised him now,
Stourbridge.
from his Facebook.
And that is his partner, husband, significant O, Jason.
Oh.
And in lockdown, the first lockdown, they got locked away at Andrew's in-laws in Spain. So he was trapped in Spain.
That's Spain.
Couldn't come back. Andrew said it was pretty much as disastrous as that would sound, being trapped with your in-laws.
Oh, really? It wasn't good? You couldn't pop out to the beach?
I think Spain was bad.
Could you go out?
No.
Oh.
Andrew, Jason, there were like crazy laws in Spain, weren't they, about going out? You could barely go out at all. You had to like really have proper reasons for going out.
I think if we had a baby and he was born older.
Like Benjamin Button. If we had a Benjamin Button baby.
That's Andrew, isn't it?
It would be Andrew, yeah.
Yeah. Look. Do photo fit.
So, if we had a Benjamin Button baby, it would be Andrew. Right, let's have a look.
And I didn't mean old, I said older.
Next photo.
Oh my, look at them curls.
Nibbles and Bubbles have popped around. They're here.
Oh.
Hello, Nibbles and Bubbles. Welcome.
Oh, we were just talking about you.
That is, of course, this is BG Burr.
Look at that hair.
Look at his hair.
Over there.
Let's have, let me see. I've got that, I think. A button.
They're over there with the furrer.
That'll do.
BG Burr over there with his fur.
Oh.
Do you want to look at this?
Yeah. Yeah, BG. So, like, lockdown, we're going to be sensitive about it all because obviously it wasn't the best time for a lot of people. And for BG got COVID-D. And when he got COVID-D, that hair went.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, he got rid of his long hair when he got COVID. I think in November. Correct me if I'm wrong, BG Burr. But yeah, that was the last time he had long hair, pre-COVID.
He looks like a little cavalier, doesn't he?
It looks nice. What woman am I thinking of that was in Tenko and Brookside that has similar hair?
Leslie Jameson.
Yeah. Louisa Jameson.
Louisa Jameson.
Similar. Yeah.
So, natural curly dolls.
Right, let's have a look. We're going over to France.
Oh, that's the little Bramley apples.
That is Madame and Monsieur Bromley. And they, in this photo, are being rescued from France. So I'm guessing we were just going into lockdown. And so they came back from France on a plane. And Darren said there were only 14 people on the flight. And they had to wear all of that PPE.
Yeah.
Come back to the UK. And of course, Darren kept working in...
Because of TV.
Because he's on TV.
Look at that.
So that's him on his train on the way in to Good Morning Britain, all the way back. On a very empty tube. And Darren said he had to spend 17 weeks with Piers Morgan shouting into his camera.
And Coral messaged us today, and she said, she didn't send a photo, but she said that her and Paul had to work during lockdown.
Oh, really?
Because their company produced, I don't know what they produced, but they produced things that were needed.
Yeah.
So her and Paul had to sort of drive to work every morning with like a letter or a pass proving that they're key workers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wonder if that... Did all key workers have to do that? Have a little, like, proof?
Well, if you didn't have an NHS badge or something like that, you'd have to have some kind of proof, wouldn't you? Because the police were stopping people, weren't they? Saying, why are you driving about? Or why are you travelling around?
What a weird time. Rebecca, Madame Bromley, of course, is a trolley dolly, like us two will be in the Seaside Summer Spectacular. So she was furloughed by BA. So instead of sitting around at home, she got herself a job testing people for COVID-D in a car park.
Good on you.
In a PPE.
Good on you, Mrs. B.
And look at her. I wonder if... First class.
Oh, only first class for Mrs. B.
Do you think she snuck on? Or do you think just rules were out the window?
Rules were out the window.
With anarchy on the trains.
Anybody sitting near each other. Mrs. B thought, right, I'm off to first class.
Josh Spencer's had a canny comment. Darren's face mask matches the tube chairs.
They do, don't they?
Darren, we didn't notice that. Josh, well spotted. I'm a
spotted, Joshua.
I'm a super sleuth. That's the sort of thing I should be spotting. So Le Family Bromley. Let's have a look at the next one. Just down the road.
Bridlington.
In Bridlington, we have the family Ibbotson.
Dale, Caroline, and is it Fifi?
So Dale, Caroline, and Fifi on the beach, one of their daily walks.
And they took tea with them. Ooh.
They've took tea. Fifi's in a little Harry Potter scarf, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then Dale kept himself amused, similar to us. Now, Dale sent us photos of him doing the same as we're doing. There was a particular photo which caught our eye early on in lockdown, and we decided we must befriend Dale Ibbotson, and it was this photo. Whoa, look at him. So Dale there as Wolverine.
Dale's got like a face he can transform to anybody, can't he?
Yeah, a bit of a sort of Jim Carrey kind of rubbery face.
Because he so looks like Wolverine there, and his Joker, our Halloween bingo, was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I know he's done some Doctor Who's.
And similar to us, he was just using what he had at home, so...
Some of Caroline's steak knives.
So there we are, Dishy Dale from Down Road. Meanwhile, in Hull, down in Hull, our lovely dinner lady Ellen obviously wasn't serving dinners because school had shut down.
She might have been on the radio. She's a radio presenter as well.
So she went a bit bonkers, she said, in lockdown. So she decided to build a pond.
Oh, good on you. Oh, she's got quite a big garden, hasn't she?
I know. That must be Westall, is it?
Oh, she's heading.
She's posh.
Oh, yeah, posh.
So there she is in a...
Knee deep in soil.
Knee deep in a tiered pond.
Has she sent a picture?
How many sheds has Ellen got?
Has she sent a picture of the pond?
No, this is all we know of the pond. We don't know if the pond was finished, but that's all we've got of the pond. In Bristol, Fudshire, Mistress Darcy had to go and work at Morrison's.
Look at her.
She wasn't happy about that.
She wasn't happy, was she?
Entertainment was off, so Mr. Darcy couldn't spin his usual discs down at the nightclubs. So he got himself a job in.
Did he work in the cafeteria?
We're not sure. He said he wasn't working at Morrison's, but I see Morrison's on his name, so it must be Morrison's.
I think he said Lipton's.
He said Lipton's.
Is that a branch of Morrison's?
Lipton's is a tea up here, isn't it? He's not happy
he
because
look happy there,
he couldn't go to Salon Rini.
No.
So
don't
Salt and Peppers. Salt and Peppers was coming out.
Don't salt and pepper his hair.
Then we have...
That's Joel.
Joel William Hazeldine. Can anyone guess what Joel's hobby is from his face mask? I think everything we need to know about Joel is in this picture.
Yeah. And from the background, he loves fast cars, the movies.
Maybe the World Cup.
I like the lanyard.
Bit of football World Cup up there.
I wonder what's on the lanyard.
Oh, wonder what's at the bottom of that lanyard, Joel William Hazeldine. But yeah.
And what does it say on his cap?
A lovely train spotter.
Fan.
Oh. I think there's a fan in the front of the hat.
There is? Oh my word. It's keeping cool.
Jason says he used to call Morrison's Lipton's because it had a better... I think it had a little better turn to it. Birthday boy himself, Josh.
Oh, look at him peeking.
Josh said he found lockdown a proper struggle and he thinks he's still not recovered from it 4 years later.
A lot of people haven't.
Still struggles with that time. A lot of people were on their own. I don't know if you were, Josh, or it was just the struggles of the situation. But yeah.
And he won't mind me saying, but Neil Sandwell really did get... he suffered, didn't he? Yeah. Our lovely friend Neil.
Yeah, Neil got COVID. I don't know when you got COVID, Neil, but it was early on, I think, and now it has long COVID, and it's had sort of devastating effects on his life.
But does it stop him? No, it doesn't.
Does it, Buffalo?
He's a fighter, and we love him.
Let's have a look. Who else have we got in here?
Now, there's another gardener. That's Mark, isn't it?
That's Markmund Pearson, and he's snuck out to his allotment during his 30-minute stroll.
And I think he does a lot of charity work, doesn't he, with a charity?
Yeah, I think so. Of like a farming charity.
Yeah, so he's always knee-deep in horsemuck.
The topic, Archie Diggins, is what were you up to in lockdown? What did you do in these early days of lockdown 4 years ago? So the first couple of months. Joel William Hazeldine, when school closed down during lockdown, he worked part-time as a key worker. And I think that's the Lanyard story. And Lipton's was an old 70s supermarket, says reception. Right, meanwhile, in Masham...
I know what you're going to bring up. Lovely Yvette.
Yvette Nightingale. Is it Yvette Nightingale?
Oh, yeah, I love Yvette.
Yvette Nightingale became Masham's market superintendent-tess.
Now, if Masham has any kind of event, Yvette is there. She promotes everything to the hilt. And not only does she promote it on social media, but she attends all these events in wonderful, glamorous outfits. And that we've been following Yvette, haven't we, since lockdown?
Since lockdown.
Yeah.
So she was, she's like Tricky Dicky of Albert Square there. She was in charge of the market. Look at that. She's ready to put those cones
Now,
out.
this outfit is actually quite tame, isn't it? It's quite conservative.
There she is. Look at these women that she's making queue, socially distanced. She's keeping an eye on them. But meanwhile, she's doing that at day. And then at night, our lovely Yvette was hosting quizzes on Facebook. In an altogether different ensemble.
Yeah, near a grandfather clock.
Look at those beauties.
I know, she can walk
Even
in
I
them.
couldn't walk
She
in
can
them.
walk in them as well.
So yeah, that's the amazing Yvette Nightingale.
And I think we've shown Yvette before in an ABBA outfit, haven't we?
We have. She's like 6'7"
She's
or
got a
something.
better wardrobe than we have.
Yeah. So that's Yvette. Down in Brid.
Is that Mika?
That's Mika.
Mika. And a little one who dressed as Thora Heard.
Yes, and Mika said she loved lockdown because they just relocated. So they moved to Bridlington. So suddenly they had all this time to do the house up. Now, the house was minging. Mika sent me pictures. Under the floorboards in the house, so under the floorboards, were the previous owners' skiddy pants.
Why did they put them under the floor?
She found skiddy pants, lots of pairs under the floorboards. Everything was minging, she said. She had to go and have words with the estate agent. She tried to find the
Is she
ex-owner.
happy about you telling people all this?
I don't know, she told me in confidence.
In confidence, yeah, exactly.
If you send your picture in, gets out. Anyway, she said the benefits of having a boy on the spectrum is that everything was done to the letter. So he loved the rules. So she was able to, he really followed those rules to the T. So that's Mika and Mika's little boy in Brid. So she was exploring Brid in their daily walks. Meanwhile, in Formby, Cilla, which is where I come from, there's my lovely mum. So this is my mum in the Pine Woods in Formby.
Which could be mistaken for a movie still of a Swedish drama.
Yeah, we like to think this is like a Nordic crime thriller called Ma Mère, or whatever that is in
Mutter.
Mon Mom.
Mon Mutter.
There's loads of comments coming up there that I'm missing. So Timmy's talked about what Dex is up to.
We'll read those in a little bit.
But yeah, there's my mum in Formby Pine Woods. One of her daily walks with my dad. So obviously mum and dad were on their own in Formby. And there she is again.
Did your mum and dad keep distance from each other?
Off on one of her strolls.
Yeah.
Little mum.
Did we walk Peggy there once?
Yeah, we've been on that park, that field. So yeah, there's my mum. Down the road we have Shie.
She's teaching.
She was teaching.
Teaching from home.
Yeah, so she was teaching kids from home. But Shie, this book looks rather dull because it's called The Book with No Pictures.
But you don't know, that's only the cover.
What a book to choose for teaching from home.
Perhaps Shie was creating the pictures.
And then another of Shari's little activities there.
Strictly
like
dancing.
tiny Strictly Come Dancing.
3.
It's rather a harsh mark for a teacher to give out of 10, isn't it?
Well, those little children can't really dance.
And Nibbles, of course, was working in a supermarket.
Bringing home lots of.
So the
Carex.
benefits was that he was able to buy 2 soaps. Because
Yeah.
I think soap was like one of those things that was rationed, wasn't it?
It was.
Only 1 soap per customer. Let's have a look. We missed this, but Dex, David Dexter, which is Timmy's husband, was working up Windsor Safari Park. Was driving people around rhinos and giraffes.
Oh, wow.
And I missed one here. And Timmy created something called the 11 a.m. Girls. And he did dance routines online, like choreographed dance routines with his mates. And they did it every day at 11 a.m.
Oh, good
There's
for
lots
you.
of videos out there of that.
Good for you girls.
Lucy Patterson, there's a long comment here. I've lived in a small cul-de-sac in Manchester during COVID. Had to shield along with 2 of my elderly neighbours who had nobody. Luckily, my friends shopped for all of us. Ethel, who was 90, would make a pudding. And Jeff, 82, used to be a baker and made us bread. And I'd cook us all tea.
See, that was the good side of COVID, wasn't it? How people just
community
helped
spirit.
out and our friends Martin and Stephen used to deliver meals, didn't they, all throughout the area?
Yeah.
Because their cafe had closed down.
Meanwhile, down in Dawlish, we're dressing up in wigs up here to get our entertainment. Down in Dawlish, our lovely boys got their entertainment from the wildlife.
Feeding mealworms to a thrush.
No, this is a blackbird chick. So Nigel and Neil had blackbird chicks in their garden who became really tame and would eat out of their hands.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
And one came into the kitchen and stood behind Nigel once. I'd be
terrified. I'd love it.
I'd be livid.
We had
terrified.
we had a big tree that we've filmed and photographed a lot in front of, and the year before last, a lot of years had little nests
Blackbirds,
in it.
yeah, blackbirds and chicks in there. So there is Nigel with one of the chicks. Nigel has a lockdown haircut there.
Yeah.
Back of Nigel's head. And this
Little robin.
was a little robin that was nesting in their ivy. Hello, I love a robin.
I love any little birds. During lockdown, I of course saved 2 birds, didn't I?
You did, from our chimney.
Yeah, we had we've got all our fireplace is all boarded up. It's just like decorative now, and I could hear little flickers of wings and squeaks, chirrups. And I thought, oh my god, there's a bird stuck in the chimney, and it couldn't. You could tell it was trying to flap.
Couldn't get up because we're 3 stories the house, so downstairs.
And I thought, I cannot let this. I cannot hear this bird like of its last
die
minutes in the. So I unscrewed all the wood and it flew out. Obviously, it was scared, and it was such a tiny tiny little birds. I don't know what they're called. They're tiny, weren't they?
I'd call it a chaffinch or a
He
Jenny
was
wren.
so small, and he was so scared. And then he sort of just perched on top of a door frame to get his breath back. And then
you popped him in a Pringles tube, didn't you?
Well, that was the only thing I could find because I didn't want him to get hurt. So I put him I trapped him in a little Pringles tube, and then went outside and I could look at him before I flew away. And then it happened again a week later. So
dumb bird.
We shelled out, didn't we, to a man with a cherry picker.
Oh, we got a man with a cherry picker to stuff our chimney
with mesh. And I'm sure that little bird came to visit me.
Maybe. More Pringles. It might have been Stackers, not Pringles. We can't afford Pringles in this
Lovely
house.
Anne and David, Jamie's parents, bought me a lovely birdhouse for my birthday, which then was attached to the fence, and we feed them now every day.
You're like Bill Oddie, aren't you?
I am, but more happier.
Talking of happy folk, over in Yorkshire on the Dales, someone knew that we were having a surprisingly pleasant spring, so they decided to purchase a hat.
I don't know what it is.
With all there is, why settle for just a piece of sky?
That doesn't
Papa,
help.
can you hear us?
Is it Pip? Shalom.
Shalom, Pip.
Oh, Pip, what a beautiful hat.
Look at Pip with a hat.
And leopard print blouse. And white slacks with grass.
So Pip bought himself a sensible hat for lockdown, and also said what was great about lockdown was that rainbows were everywhere.
I know.
So the world got a little bit gayer.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Meanwhile, we have Ross Morgan,
Oh,
who I think is from Rhondda. And Ross said this was the last time ever he raced on his cycle. So that was just before lockdown. This was his last ever race. Now, I don't know why it was the last ever race, but you can let us know if why, Ross.
Look how thin those wheels are.
Oh, a man in lycra. Well, he's not got them weird handles that people have, you know, like an eraser where a bike goes like that.
This bike looks like it's built
Oh, do you remember?
specifically.
You can get bikes where you like actually attach your shoes to the pedals.
That is wrong, isn't it?
Oh, not on my little shopper.
And apparently those bikes are really light, aren't they? In case you've got to like pick them up.
Well, we've got more photos. It's all photos go tonight.
Oh, people love looking at photos.
So this is
Lady V and Henry.
the lockdown Sandwells
Oh, having a lovely roast. Ooh.
having Easter weekend dinner. Ooh. Now, Neil said they would always go to, I think, his mum and dad's for Easter Sunday, but obviously they couldn't this year, so Neil had to do it. So let's throw a little shade at Neil's meal. What do we have?
Well, it's parsnips, isn't it?
Parsnips.
Carrots.
A lot of parsnips. I think, is that a very flat Yorkshire on Lady V's plate?
Yes.
Lady V's also had to pop an Alice band in because she's got lockdown hair.
And she's put makeup on.
Henry's got rather fluffy lockdown hair.
Yeah.
She has popped a bit of slap on, hasn't she,
Yeah,
for the meal?
Yeah. I love the attention to detail with the coasters and the placemats. I'm not sure about the ornamental green brandy glass, which should have either a cat or a mouse.
Yeah,
attached to it.
perched. I'm not so happy with the mauve tablecloth.
No.
No. I think it's going to show up every mark. Every tiny little dot's going to show up on that.
But it looks lovely, doesn't it? It makes me want to have one now.
Have a nice roast.
And I'd like to know who cooks it.
I think that's the chef there.
Oh, that's Neil with his son. Oh.
Neil Sandwell and little Lord Henry before he became a doctor. Also dragging up for lockdown, but not as successfully as us.
Oh. It's our Sonia. It's only Sonia.
So this is Sonia from Brighton, who now lives up in Scarborough and is one of our buddies.
And she's obviously popped on a...
She's made herself a little comedy moustache there.
Lovely glasses.
Now, in Wales, busy on the buses, of course, was the lovely Alex. And I think Mark was most probably at home. Forget if I'm wrong, let me know, Mark. Were you working from home or were you furloughed? But they could go out for their half-hour walk every day. I think it might have been half-hour in Wales. Might have been an hour. On their anniversary, every year, they like to go back to where they got married, which is further than an hour's walk away.
Oh, further than what they were allowed to.
So the boys broke the law and went to their wedding venue with their lockdown hair.
Oh.
So that is our lovely Welsh boys.
We're very, very tall. by the
Alex
way.
and Mark, who are both very tall. You wouldn't know it from that photo, but they're very tall. With lovely lockdown hair. Look at Alex's.
Look at that.
Wild hair.
Curly hair.
And Mark's Titian locks.
Titian?
It's a lovely, lovely, lovely colour, Mark. Well, it's a really sort of blondie ginge, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like natural sugar.
What would Cilla call this shade? And has Cilla ever had that shade?
No, not that.
She's not gone that
bright.
winter iced.
No.
But yeah, so the lovely Mark sent me that as a surprise for Alex because Alex was at work and Mark's at home feeling ill. So he thought he'd surprise Alex with a lovely photo of their trip to the wedding venue on their anniversary.
Ah.
Alex, meanwhile, sent me this picture of Alex and Mark's trip to a wedding venue. So, surprise for both of you. That's why you're made for each other.
Yes, I was about to say that.
Because you sent the same picture in to surprise each other.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Mark had to work. He was deemed an essential worker. And he says he's a strawberry blonde.
He is.
Nigel TC says I should get some attachable stilettos for my little shopper bike.
You should.
We're missing all of your lovely messages. Ross Morgan says they're clip-on pedals. It's called a time trial bike, which costs £4,000.
I knew it. I knew it was one of those bikes. You can tell.
And he says that's just before the lockdown was announced on that day. I was doing a race, and he says also the Lycra's comfortable.
It looks comfortable.
I bet it is, dear. So that, my dears, is all of your photos.
Oh, thank you for sending them in. Again, they're beautiful. They're such an can I say mishmash of photos, aren't they?
Well, Alex
all walks of life.
Alex is saying, I can't believe we sent the same photo.
But that's lovely.
Now, Alex's hair looks calmer in this shot.
But it's the same day, isn't it?
Yeah. What's going on there, Alex?
Is it the wind?
Alex's hair looks really calm here, and like
Does
he's
it?
popped a product in. Yeah, I think so. Compared to... Hang on, not Sonia.
Oh, Sonia.
Compared to that, look, that's wild.
Same.
Wild.
Same.
Tame. I think he'd popped a product on between there and the church gate.
As you do.
Right, anyway.
You would.
We're going to reveal our favourite isolation creations, which we did in those first few months. And we'll do that after a little advert break. Bye.
Wow. Talk about sheer terror. Well, what did you think so far? Listen, this side is about to come to an end, but I want you to be sure and flip over to the other side where the best of Hollywood beckons. I'm going to freshen up a little bit, so I'll see you on the other side. Honey, why don't we get some more wine, more hors d'oeuvres, more everything?
Okay.
Okay.
Rich, mysterious. That to me is the flavor of the Caribbean. It's here in Griffin's Rum Slice Biscuits. They're much, much more than you'd expect. Distinctive chocolate-flavored biscuits containing fudge with a hint of light rum.
And now, Griffin's Mint Slice, a distinctive chocolate-flavoured biscuit with the magic of mint. Griffin's Mint Slice and Griffin's Rum Slice.
Ahoy there! It's just the ticket for Father's Day. Sail away 5+5 lottery. First $500,000 plus 5 of 100,000, nearly $1.5 million in cash. Tickets $10 Monday next.
You're so right. When it comes to delivering new Toyotas, Cable Price really do get things moving. Cable Price will organise everything on the spot, from finance to insurance to extended warranty to those special finishing touches which make your Cable Price Toyota stand out anywhere.
It's a Cable Price Toyota, so we'll give it all we've got. We'll get things moving. You'll get action on the spot.
Cossack Shave Foam guarantees up to 6 months great shaving in every pack. Maybe more. Cossack makes a man feel great.
New lemon fresh granola.
Nice lemon smell. Gets everything clean and fresh smelling.
New lemon fresh granola. Still doing that thorough job.
Can I keep this?
Yes, you can. You can visa it with us. Yes, you can. You can visa it with us. More than 3 million merchants all around the world will say yes. You can visa it with us. Oh, yes, you can. You can visa it with us. Yes, you can. You can visa it with us. More than 3 million merchants all around the world will say yes. You can visa it with us.
Legs introduces Sheer Energy, our completely new pantyhose with all-day massage.
When you're walking, they're massaging. Sheer energy.
Makes your legs feel more energetic.
Our new spring-knit yarn is so springy, it massages all the way up your legs.
When you're dancing,
they're very refreshing.
Sheer energy. Sheer.
Nothing beats a great pair of legs.
From the depths of space, from the edge of the earth, Timex takes quartz to make a watch beyond time as we know it. The new Timex. The new Timex Quartz, a watch so accurate you may have to reset it only once this year. thin, sleek, and beautiful. Have the Timex of your life. The new affordable Timex quartz.
Seek until you find it. From a world of video leadership comes the Mitsubishi of video recorders. Exclusive and advanced features designed to video perfect your world.
Our expert will now demonstrate the correct way to light a fire. First, he places a handful of chipmunk super kindling in the grate.
You don't need ordinary kindling or newspapers or stuff like that.
Then he lights it. Next, he piles on wood and coal.
And the chipmunks will keep on burning for about half an hour.
And soon there's a roaring fire.
Even drongos can light fires with super kindling.
The remarkable new chipmunk super kindling, available everywhere. It even works for drongos.
Now, starring in your neighborhood and at Caltex stations everywhere. Caltex Star Shops. And here's what the stars have to say.
Definitely star quality.
This one's for the family and the motorists. And this month's Star Value Star Attraction is 2 liters of Caltex lemon-scented dishwashing liquid, plus detail for just $2.65. This is a Star Attraction that'll really pack 'em in. Catch Caltex Star Attractions at Caltex service stations in your neighborhood and throughout New Zealand.
Hi, I'm back. And so are you. You know, I feel as though I know you. Well, at least we share some of the same tastes. Oh, I'm sorry about the cheese puffs. I ran out. But I still have quiche.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're back. So yeah, we chose 5 isolation creations each from the early days of isolation creations. Joel William Hazeldine has asked, do we choose these adverts or do the Wig and Slingback fans suggest some fans? Yeah, fans. No, we choose them. I choose them. I find them during the day.
And I love adverts from around the world.
Yeah, sometimes I'll theme them. If it's like 1987, I might pick adverts from 1987. I've done that. But this was just, I looked for, I was looking at New Zealand adverts because I thought it'd be quite fun. So yeah, let's have a look at our favourite isolation creations. We will start with one of mine. I've mixed them all up, which Alan's not best pleased with, but here we go. This one is one of mine. So that is us as Up from the Pixar movie. Why I liked it so much is what would happen in lockdown is the day before we would probably decide what we were going to do the next day. And then Alan would get kind of busy creating things. And what was amazing about this is that he made, out of like a cardboard boxes, he made the little house from Up.
Not only that, but...
And it's all the balloons on top of it.
Now the ping pong balls I actually bought for the garden before lockdown because I wanted to put ping pong balls on top of
they're on bamboo
garden
sticks.
Canes.
So that I don't take my eye out when I'm doing things.
And so that's why I had ping pong balls in the house.
So yeah, Alan made that little Pixar house, look, on a little thing of balloons. And then, there's me. I made some eyebrows, which I stuck to my glasses. And I've got my little suit on and a little backpack. And Alan made himself a little sash with all his scout badges. Look, a little Heart the NHS badge on there. Is there anything funny on there? A cheese badge.
Christmas tree
badge. Little bee badge. Mrs. Slocum badge down at the bottom. Yeah. And then we couldn't leave her out, so we got Peggy. And we've made the little voice thing that the dogs have in Up.
With a red pom-pom.
She's not best pleased being there.
She did pause for that. For that.
But yeah, so Up was one of my favourites.
And look how I blew the sky.
I know. What a summer we had then.
We were lucky with the weather that year, weren't we?
Yeah.
I remember April and March being lovely, sunny weather. I can't speak tonight. Lovely, sunny summer weather.
Have a look over this side of the room and tell me which one you want me to click on first.
I'll just click on them. I'll to explain.
That one?
This was one of my favourite ones, yeah. And this was for a TV programme, wasn't it? BBC wanted one, didn't they?
Yeah, we did.
Or we did this first, didn't we? And then they saw it.
And wanted us to film it as a sketch.
That was it.
So it's for the one show. So we were on the one show later on that year. But this was just for the Isolation Creations project.
And this day was one of the first days that our neighbour next door saw us in costume. Because
I went and spoke to him.
You went and spoke to him like that with your blonde wig on. Yeah. And I walked down the garden dressed as Yoda. I went, all right, mate. All right, Paul. Yeah, all right, yeah.
Chris is wondering if we still have the Up House. I think we binned it only recently, didn't we?
No, I don't think I've been in it. It must be on a shelf.
We might have it, Chris.
It's made because it's about 3 or 4 years old. It's might be curled up and.
But look at Alan's makeup skills. This is like with hardly any stuff that we had, and he managed to do that. And if you could look on his little fake ears, they're wig nets, and I think that's cotton wool on the top of his head.
Yeah, because I didn't have any white hair, did I?
No. Look at that makeup. And that's a little stick from the garden. Green hands. And then I made, or I think Alan made it for me, from like Hoover pipes and stuff.
Yeah.
My little outfit. That's my PPE from when I worked on the oil rigs.
That's your cycle helmet.
That's my cycle helmet. That's my gardening gloves. I think I've just got my shoes on with my socks tucked in.
And then luckily I found an old stick at the end of the garden, which I used as Yoda's little walking stick.
Yoda's stick. Another of my favourites is this one.
Yeah, this one hasn't done the rounds, has it?
I don't know. Do people know what this one is? Let us know if you can guess what film we are being here. We're not going to say what it is yet. But let us know if you know what this film is. So, what amazed me about this was the effort that Alan goes to. Because he didn't have the right wig for this. So, he painted his head. So that's paint. So he painted his head and then made plaits out of bin bags and stuck them to his head. So anyone know what that film is? I'm looking a bit perturbed here. And there I'm also looking worried. I've got a little fan.
No, it's not Mommy Dearest.
It's not Mommy Dearest. But there is a wooden hanger in it. I think there he's stroking his face on the old lady's the old lady of the house's fur coat. It's none other than Rebecca. So it's Rebecca, and Alan is being Mrs. Danvers, creepy Mrs. Danvers. Linda Ann Quinn got it. Rebecca, it is. So I'm the second Mrs. De Winter. And I'm terrified by Mrs. Danvers, who wants to kill me. So yeah, that's...
and the painting we've had for years, haven't we?
Yeah,
which I think
it's mostly in the room next door. I think.
Which
Pat Butcher used to have it in her lounge, but we found that in a charity shop in Deptford. Right, let's choose another of Alan's. That one.
Now this really we did because for one of Jamie's birthdays, I wanted to make him a Goonies birthday card. So while he was away once on a trip, I sourced a Mama Fratelli outfit, and then got a Moonpig card with me as Mama Fratelli on it. And I thought, oh, that's good. Now I've got a fancy dress outfit if ever I should need one. And
so it came in handy.
Came in very handy.
Yep, so that's Alan as Mama Fratelli from the Goonies.
And I was impressed this time with Jamie because he had a onesie, a Superman onesie, which obviously he puffed out with filling to give him the sloth body. But I was saying to him, how are we going to make sloth? And he just cut out a face from a magazine.
Yeah, I cut out a face from a newspaper and like sellotaped it to my head.
And then he's got some of my sort of weird dressing up teeth in.
And I got that hat's mostly made out of cardboard.
Yeah.
And we even made, look at the detail here, we even made One-Eyed Willie's treasure map with the musical notes on the back that she has to play at the end when she's on. They suddenly find the notes on the back of the map when they're at the piano that's made out of skeleton keys, and the little thing that they look through to find out where.
And guess who made the map? Jamie did, didn't you?
Yeah. So it was a team effort.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alan's. I've always said Alan looks like Mama Fratelli,
which I'm very happy about.
Okay, another one coming up, and you can let us know. Guess what this one is. One of my favourites. So this...
I think when we first put this out, not a lot of people got it, did they? Well, a lot of people did.
A lot of people did.
Some people were like, what the hell is this? It's like, there's a clue.
What had we just got that was wrapped in all that?
Oh, a mattress.
Oh, we just got a new mattress, and it'd come in loads of all the plastic wrap.
And I said, well, let's keep the plastic because it's good for putting on the floor if I'm doing any painting or something like that.
So it came in handy when we recreated this. So do you know what TV show this is? The clues are in the picture. Alan's wrapped in plastic, looking dead, and I am carrying a log. Anyone know what that is? Nibbles and Bubbles have got it. It's Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is a TV show that I want to recreate anyway, because it was one of my favourite ever TV shows. That is Laura Palmer, who in the first episode is found murdered, wrapped in plastic on a beach. And there's a weird woman called the Log Lady in it. What's that wig doll? Do we still have that?
Yeah.
It's good. It's got a middle parting. I'm always
That,
looking
this
for
had
that.
a lot of outings for our
That wig.
lockdowns.
We didn't have many wigs in those days. When we're doing this, we have a little tiny remote control for the camera, and I'm pretty sure that it's hidden away in Alan's hand here.
And do you remember me saying what a lovely hot weather we were having? Oh, it was so hot that day.
Wrapped in plastic in the garden.
Yeah.
But if you look at our early photographs, you can often see one of us has got the remote control hiding in our hands. So Twin Peaks. I still want to recreate that, like do a one where we play all of the characters from Twin Peaks. One of my favourite shows. If Pete's still in, Pete Potofsky, I think him and Sinner also love Twin Peaks. Great TV. Any in particular? That one?
Yeah, do that one. No, Jamie wasn't keen on doing this one.
I wasn't not keen. I just knew no one would know it.
But surprisingly, a lot of people did.
But what also happened was a lot of people said, what is it? I want to find it and watch it.
It's Grey Gardens. And the reason why I chose it is because the two Edys in Grey Gardens, as you know, for those who know the film, sort of live in isolation anyway. So it was an homage to that. And I had just recently watched it. So that's us as the two Edys in Grey Gardens.
And little details.
Is the little cats, because obviously they are surrounded by cats, and tuna tins.
Little tuna chunks. We used to put little things in, like little Easter eggs. And again, that's made out of cardboard, that hat, isn't it?
It's not
just
a real
circle. It's just a circle of cardboard painted, because old Edie wears a hat like that, doesn't she?
Yeah, when they're sunbathing in the garden.
And you're in. You're unshaven there.
I
aren't
know.
you?
I wasn't. Look at that bad attention to detail. But can you see my little hand there with the clicker?
Oh, hang on. Let me go back into it. Turn that off. There we go.
I think you can see the clicker in my hand.
You've got the clicker in there.
Yeah.
Hidden away. This is
just a fur blanket.
A fur blanket, yeah, that we tried to make look like a fur coat. So that is, for those who don't know, that's a documentary called Grey Gardens, which is a really famous cult documentary about the cousins of Jacqueline Bouvier Kennedy, who and her cousins lived in kind of squalor, didn't they? They were like these weird sort of bohemians.
Yeah, I mean, when they were younger, they didn't. They lived in a beautiful house, and throughout the years, they lost money and everything, and the house just simply deteriorated around them. And then when Mummy Edie died, little Edie, as she was well known, jetted herself off to New York and around the globe and lived the life of a celebrity for a bit.
Pete said, "Little Edie." I knew Pete Potofsky knows of Grey Gardens. Another one of my favourites is... See if you know what that one is. Let us know if you can guess that one. This, we went all out in the garden. Again, this was probably one that we watched the night before because we knew we were going to do it. So then we could try and get all the details right.
Yeah.
But anyone know what this is that we're being? You must know. You'll be able to guess that one. Andrew Jones says you should definitely do the barefoot Contessa Ina and her husband Jeffrey. We've done it.
We've done it. We'll hunt it out and show you it.
Yeah, we've done a photo. I was Jeffrey in it, wasn't I?
Yeah.
We actually did it for my sister-in-law Marcia. We did it for her birthday, didn't we? During lockdown.
And then during lockdown, Ina was being sent pictures of her and Jeffrey, people dressing, and I sent it to her. So I don't know whether I don't know whether she saw it. I didn't hear back, but yeah, people were dressing up as
Tracy 30s guessed this one. It is Sweeney Todd. So we're actually Helena Bonham Carter and Johnny Depp version of Sweeney Todd.
In the oven, have we put gloves like it's hands?
Yeah, we've put like a little body in the oven, someone dead in the oven. We've got, this is an ice crusher. So the ice crusher has got a little hand going into it. That is just a scarf coming out, which is meant to look like blood.
And then with the ping pong balls.
We had a little pair of eyes.
Yeah.
That's ketchup on the table. So we scattered a fair bit of ketchup around to make it look like blood. There's some more ketchup there. Some of our cookware out.
They're actually pasties for our tea.
They're the pasties that they've been making. And
then your wig is a bob wig backcombed. And then I put a little blonde fringe in it.
Yeah, a little blonde fringe on the top. But the costume's not bad that we've made there. A little corseted. There we are. So Sweeney Todd. Alan, this one.
No, I love doing this one because Jamie's invading next door's garden.
Oh yeah. Breaking the lockdown rules. Had gone into next door. Look.
Yeah.
We had to do this early in the morning, I think, didn't we?
Yeah. And Jamie said, "Oh, I've got an idea of how to create a warden." I'm sure you guess what it is.
So it's cell block H.
And Jamie put these like garden sticks on another set of step ladders. Put a jacket on and put gloves on the hands.
Put gloves on it. It was the early days, so we created another character. So the freak is trying to stop them from escaping. And I've got grog in my hand. It says Lizzie's grog. So I'm escaping with some grog. I'm saying, believe it. Like I've even got my little bare legs. I must have had a skirt on, jumping over there. Yeah. In lockdown, two things. When we went into lockdown, we pretended that we were in cell block H for a bit, didn't we?
Yeah.
But also, because we were working from home, we created another person who was working at home with us, who we could blame things on, and her name was Tina Murray. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And we used to talk about Tina Murray. Oh, Tina Murray's just left and she's done this and this.
Yeah.
So we could blame things on Tina Murray. And Tina Murray is one of the extras that's in Cell Block H. Right, so Cell Block H is one of Alan's favourites. My final favourite is this one, which was an epic. And this is, by this point, we'd learned how to splice the photos together so we could be more than just two characters. It's still one of my all-time favourites, I think. So this is Monkey Magic. Monkey Magic was an amazing TV show from the 80s, which was on Kids TV. It was on BBC Two, maybe 6 o'clock-ish. It was dubbed Chinese drama, Japanese drama. But yeah, we went to big detail here, didn't we?
Now, I can't remember what her name is. The one in yellow.
Tripitaka.
But the lower part is actually towel.
Oh yeah, that's just one of my Greek towels, isn't it?
Yeah. And I've got a pair of football socks on. And if you go over to the other one, is it the piggy one?
Everything's made of cardboard, though.
Yeah.
That's cardboard, isn't it?
Yeah, that's piggy.
This is Pigsy.
And that's actually a grey tablecloth as my tunic. And it's actually just safety pinned to my shoulders. That's a gaffer tape belt. Then my pyjamas.
I've got a cloud, which we unstuffed a cushion probably to make that. I'm in red football socks. I'm holding that's like the clothesline prop, I think, isn't it?
And I sort of divvied it up.
We made weapons out of.
You got a couple of dusters as a neckerchief.
A couple of dusters around me. That's cardboard. And made cardboard sideburns. Alan made me a little necklace of skulls for Sandy.
Yeah. The Claudia Winkleman wig.
Claudia Winkleman wig. I've got some electrical tape around me slippers. That's made of silver foil. Alan's also got, I don't think you can see it, but Alan's got a, see if I can squeeze that in.
God, it's weird because I've sort of, you still got to forget all this after a few years, don't you?
What's that? That must be some garden implement.
Yeah, it's a hoe from the shed.
Little pig ears. But we wanted to do this down, there's a Japanese garden in Scarborough, and originally we wanted to do it there, didn't we? But we couldn't get in because it was all locked up.
So we took a photo of us, like, in the middle.
Yeah.
And then we took a photo of us on the edge.
And we had to, like, you have to leave the camera in exactly the same position.
Yeah.
And then go and take a photo, get changed, take another photo, get changed, take another photo, probably. Probably this is 3 photos, isn't it, I would think.
Yeah. Which, again, was great because we had great weather, so we could leave the camera out on its tripod, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Without being rained on.
And Alan's final one is that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Alan's final one is...
Oh, the Doctor Who. We were out walking Peggy one day, and this mechanical car part shop was throwing out big, massive cardboard boxes, weren't they?
Yeah.
And we said, well, can we have them? We went, yeah, type of thing. So I could then build...
big things out of cardboard.
Yeah.
We were relying a lot on cardboard, weren't we? And paint and gaffer tape.
Yeah. And then we thought we wanted to do Doctor Who, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then you wanted to be...
I think she'd just recently been, like, announced as the new Doctor, and they just revealed what her outfit would be, I think.
And I'm just sat in a garden chair with that cardboard body wrapped around me. And
Melanie Fairley says you're Bobby Davros.
Yeah. And then the buttons are just like aerosol lids and washing liquid lids and
ping pong balls
a couple
again.
of ketchup pots and another ping pong.
You were in a
ball.
bin bag, weren't you? You were hot again.
Oh, again, it was a hot day, but it was lovely weather.
You got a little one of my headsets on.
Yeah, and I painted my face.
You've got a fish slice.
And that's a Christmas tree bauble.
What's the thing behind? That's like the
spider sieve for
a spider sieve
Chinese cooking. And a headset.
Makeup to die for. This is a cardboard box made out of stuff. You sat on a little stool in there, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm in my dressing gown. A jumper that I had anyway. That's a belt that's meant to look like a brace.
And you made a little whatever they call it is.
We made
Sonic
we made like her version of the sonic screwdriver as well. I think because it was new, and then I sort of flicked my coat out, flicked my dressing gown out every time I took a photo.
While I was clicking, I must be clicking.
Probably you're clicking.
Yeah, we had lovely. I remember the sun being so bright, and we ended up with lots of lovely photos, didn't we? Because
Simon Press says it's very lucky that we've got a cliff lift for Davros to pop in to get down to sea level on the funicular.
Yeah.
Nigel says he's starting to see why there was a shortage of cardboard during the lockdown.
It was recycled dolls.
John says, did the light on your head work? No, it's a ping pong ball, isn't it?
No, it's a Christmas tree light bauble.
Christmas tree bauble.
Yeah.
I
don't throw anything away, do I? I know.
No, there still are.
It annoys Jamie, but I don't throw anything away.
Yeah. Melanie says it looks like a vibrator. If you want to see what looks really like a vibrator, go and find our Chitty Chitty Bang Bang where I played the child catcher.
Oh, I made his nose look like a big...
looks like a big
big
piece. Do you know who's playing the child catcher now on tour?
Oh, it's a woman, isn't it? I can't remember who it is.
Charlie Brooks.
Is it?
Janine from EastEnders.
Oh, I thought it was somebody else.
No, it's Janine, I think. I think it's Janine from EastEnders. How do you feel about that?
Fine. Somebody else doing a female child catcher.
I think Janine's the first ever female child catcher. I'm sure it's Janine. I'm sure she was on the One Show just recently. But there we are, a little wander down memory lane. Did you enjoy?
Yes. I'm very... Because a lot of our followers, a lot of the recent followers, are unaware of our photos because they're like, they think we just make videos.
We didn't make videos for ages, did we?
It was about a year, wasn't it? Later that year,
No,
October?
it was like about a month or two later. We created the
Heart
first...
to Heart.
Oh yeah, Heart to Heart. No, I think the first one was the Golden Girls, wasn't it?
No, it was Heart to Heart.
I think the first was the Golden Girls, and then
sure?
Heart to Heart was the second week. Because I think my brother said we should do Heart to Heart. I think we did the Golden Girls was our first ever video, and it's not very good, is it? The Golden Girls one, because we weren't good at filming, we weren't good at editing at that time. But then we got better, didn't we?
Yeah.
Got better. We did Heart to Heart with second one, and then we got much better. We're much better now. Charlie Brooks is Janine. She's from Cardiff. Elaine C. Smith is a child catcher in Scotland.
Yes, I knew.
Says Paul McFarlane.
Yeah. That's the one.
Coral says, do you still have the same neighbours after 4 years?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. So he'd moved in just before lockdown that way, and he was here when we moved in.
Both
They're lovely.
Both lovely guys.
Never questioned what we do.
No.
I don't know if they know what we do.
I mean, the neighbour that saw me as Yoda saw me getting out of a car like backwards, dressed as Les Dawson, Sissy and Ada, didn't he?
Yeah. John Morissette says he knows it's after lockdown, but one of his favourites is me as Maria and Alan as the Mother Superior, Sound of Music. We actually did do that as a lockdown one, didn't we?
Yeah.
So there's a photograph of that in the lockdown era when Alan was
on my birthday that year.
Was it?
Yeah, May the 4th.
Oh.
Yeah.
There we go. Wander down memory lane. Shall we leave it there?
Yeah.
Should we stay behind, or are we done?
No, happy to have a chat afterwards.
We'll have a little chat afterwards, but we'll end with some music. And Neil's not here, but this is especially for the lovely Neil in Dawlish, who I know is a big fan, and especially for her herself in her crypt. She's had a few weeks off. Here is the lovely Cilla with a beautiful song.
Take a gander at a panda if they have one at the zoo. He's all the way from China and he only eats bamboo. If you want to take his picture, black and white will do. Take a gander at a panda next time you're at the zoo. You have to pander to a panda 'cause he's fussy what he eats. He doesn't go for chocolate cakes and jelly beans and sweets. All he wants are bamboo shoots 'cause they're his favorite treat. And he does his eating lying down, so he doesn't need a seat.
Well, I was just sitting in our house, you see, enjoying myself watching the telly, probably Coronation Street at the time, and a call came through, the telephone rang, and it was Australia. And they asked me, was I interested in doing a children's album? And I thought, oh, I don't know. And then they mentioned green and, you know, about the environment and everything. And I got more and more interested. And I asked them, well, my husband Bobby did ask them to send some songs over. And there were these lovely songs like, Oh, the Penguin Strut, which is nice, very funny record, and a lovely song about a panda, which when I actually listened to it, I mean, a little tear at the end came in my eye. I love that song. But there's super songs like that on the album, and they've all got a little message. They're all educational without being, you know, stuffy and everything like that.
Take a gander at a panda, don't let the chance go by. Don't wait until tomorrow, you know how time can fly. And when you see his picture, perhaps you'll tell me why. Take a gander at a panda before he says goodbye. Take a gander at a panda before he says goodbye.
And the nice idea about the whole thing is that it's educational and it's fun, and I'm having a lot of laughs. A lot of laughs.
Take a Gander at a Panda by Cilla Black.
And Neil, I hope you're going to learn that song and sing it to the little kiddies at the zoo.
Because, yeah, we know you love zoos and we know you love a bit of Cilla. So that's especially for you. Cilla said she liked it. She liked that album when they mentioned green.
Yeah. And she was busy sitting in her house
Watching
Coronation Street.
When they mentioned green. She's like Greta Thunberg, Cilla, isn't she? She's like the
is,
early.
yeah.
She's an early campaigner. What else did Cilla say that amused me then? She had a little tear. A little tear at the panda song. So yeah, have a gander at a panda. I think it was Martin Garton Spence said it was like something that he would imagine Noel Edmonds was going to appear and say it was Gotcha during that.
Yeah.
It's a real album. So it's called Cilla's World. And it came out in Australia. And then it came out in the UK, I think in about 1990, early 90s, on CD. But it's as rare as hen's teeth in it.
Yeah.
Ultra rare. I've tried to get it. I've looked at it. It goes for like 70 or 80 quid on the eBay when it comes up. But I've got it.
Thanks to a very special person.
Yeah, thanks to a very special friend who's sent me a copy of it. So yeah, it's got great songs on it, such as Eggs.
There's one about a koala, so I can tell it's sort of Australian.
And how does Cilla say a koala's not a
burr?
A koala's not a burr. And there's one where she sings the A to Z of the countries of the world.
Our receptionist said 1990 Australia, 93 for the UK. Cilla's album.
Cilla's World. Cilla says it's very rare, highly collectible. Cilla's been chatting away about it. Cilla, she said it was a lovely project to work on. I do love our Cilla.
I bet Cilla was like, "Oh, I've got a little gap. What can I do?" And I think in that interview, didn't you say how Bobby got onto it?
But like they say, Cilla. So Cilla, I'm going to phone you. You're Cilla. Cilla, we want you to come in and record the children's album for us. We know you love it. You've heard Gander at a Panda. You had a cry. Just so we know, we're going to do some film. What are you going to wear for a recording session? Just wear something comfy.
I'll wear a yellow jacket. Banana yellow.
Full banana yellow for Cilla.
Yeah.
Do you reckon she had slacks to match?
Yeah.
Do you reckon she pops on a slipper? She can't be in a heel.
No, she shouldn't be in a heel. She might be in a little boot.
A boot with a zip up the side, like an old lady would
I know
wear.
my friend used to work at the Granada Studios.
I think she's just in her tight feet.
She used to do the tours around the Granada Studios, and she used to sort of see Barbara Knox quite a lot.
I know what Barbara Knox would
And Barbara
wear.
Knox, when she was like being filmed like behind the kiosk or behind the counter at the cabin, would wear little gold slipperettes.
Golden slipperettes. Do you think Cilla might have some little slipperettes to pop on for recording?
Yeah. We have a laugh because when we sort of like listen to people's recordings of songs, we sort of like Shirley Bassey or something. You think they wouldn't, what would they wear? What would they wear in the soundproof booth? And I'm always going for batwing trouser suits.
I think like an Apollo leisure suit.
Yeah, like your mum used to sell in that shop.
Yeah, my mum used to work in a dress agency, and she sold these velour.
They were beautiful.
Jumpsuits called Apollo leisure suits. They were like bedazzled and jewelled, and these women would come in.
And they're usually batwinged a bit.
Batwinged, elasticated
really
cuffs.
loose. Because they'd wear them on a cruise.
They'd wear them on a cruise. They'd say, "Anne, I need an Apollo leisure suit for a cruise."
And the trouser part would have elasticated waist.
And I think Mum's shop was the only one in Southport that had a deal with Apollo to get the leisure
They were
suits
beautiful,
in.
weren't they?
Yeah, we wish we had an Apollo
They'd
leisure
have like
suit.
a V of...
I'd wear an Apollo leisure suit round the house.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Do you know who else would wears a nice Apollo leisure suit?
Sons Fiona
and Daughters?
Thompson in Sons and Daughters wears one.
Yeah.
When she's doing aerobics at
home. Caroline says with a turban.
Yes.
Pop on a little turban, yeah.
You can pull up the sleeves, do the washing up. You get a call, let's have lunch. Pull the sleeves down, handbag, out the door.
Garton Spencer's making me laugh. He says he's imagining that Dionne Warwick fought Cilla for Gander at a Panda as well.
Imagine Dionne's there. We'll see.
Saying, Cilla, I want Gander with a panda. It's not yours.
Gander and a panda.
All right, my loves. That's it. We're done.
We had a great week last week. We did our quiz. So thanks to those who popped along for that.
Yeah, it was a really good quiz, wasn't it?
And if you haven't seen the photos, Sherry's got a lovely new wig.
Sherry's got new hair. Did Brandy have new hair? No, Brandy had old hair. But I had a lovely pink dress on, didn't I? And white go-go boots. I'll be wearing them more.
So just to let you know that your tips and your generous donations are making our live shows better than ever.
Yeah, oh, thank you. So up here, That's the little QR code. If you did want to tip us, it's there as well, scrolling past. Now, there are a couple of you that do tip us after this show every week. It's like you can give £3. £3, I think, is the minimum that the site will allow. Suggested 5, 3. You can choose different levels. But those of you who do, there's a couple of you who do send us a tip every week, and we do appreciate it.
And
we don't make a lot in tips,
and you'll see at the summer show that we do spend it on costumes and wigs, and we're so grateful for that, because without you guys we wouldn't be doing it, would we?
No.
And another little bit of news is that the other 2 bingo shows are also on sale.
Yes. So we've got the Seaside Summer Spectacular, which is on June the
30th.
It's already over half the tickets have sold out for that one already. So the theatre are dead chuffed with that. Because if we sell out, then the theatre asks us back. We've also got, it's just announced, so this is fresh news for you. The next one is on sale, which is October the 27th.
Again, another Sunday.
October the 27th, and that one is called Ghouls Night Out. That is our Halloween bingo.
And I think the Halloween one's going to be really popular, like it was last year, when you all dressed up in amazing costumes.
So head over to the sjt.uk.com, I think. Stephen Joseph Theatre, and if you search for Isolation Creations, they'll come up. But October the 27th, we've got a Halloween special, and then on December the 15th,
another Sunday,
we have a Christmas special, so a Christmas party special, which I think is called Turkey and Tinsel. Our Turkey and Tinsel afternoon. So
for those who perhaps can't come to the June, you can perhaps come to the Halloween one or the Christmas one. So we're putting it out there to say they're on sale now. I mean, nobody knows what they're doing that time of the year, but if you'd like to come and see us at any time of the year, they're the dates. And when you look up on the website, you'll see some great photos.
Yeah, new photos, new wigs, new photos.
So again, the tips really helped us dress for these new photos for the brochure that's going to be going out. So I think Good Friday we're dressed in Christmas outfits, weren't we?
Yes, yeah. So you've got June the 30th. Already getting sold out, June the 30th. The next one is Sunday, October the 27th, which is our Halloween special, Ghouls Night Out. And then December the 15th is our Christmas special, which is called
Turkey and
Tinsel.
And each one, of course, is going to be different from the previous one.
Yeah.
We always do that. We always make sure it's got a different theme.
Yeah, so you'll have a laugh.
There'll be different games, a little bit of bingo, and some prizes. And Louise has just popped in to say she finally won a plate at the last quiz.
At the quiz on Friday night, yeah. Louise, who's been to every quiz. She's our stalker. She's our, what's her name from Misery?
What's her name?
Annie Wilkes.
Annie Wilkes.
She's our very own Annie Wilkes.
Without the hammer.
She finally won. So she won the prize, and it was a gorgeous plate this time, wasn't it? So enjoy. Look out. Go to the SJT site, and if you want to book tickets. We won't see you here next week.
You're here, aren't you?
I'm in Dubai.
When do you leave?
Monday.
Do you?
Yeah.
I thought it was end of next week.
No, we go away next week.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Dubai, Felicia.
Dubai, Felicia.
So I'm in Dubai next week, so there won't be a show on Wednesday night. But there might be one the next week after. I think I'm in Manchester the week after. But I think I'm back.
It'd be a bit before they see us again.
Be a bit before you see us again, maybe 2 weeks.
Gives you a lot of time to go to the zoo and gander at a panda.
Follow us on socials. Must make sure you choose to be a follower, because then you hear all this stuff. Yeah. Right, what should we end with, love? Should we end with Cilla's gander at a panda again?
At a panda.
We'll end with Cilla with a gander at a panda.
No. That's better.
We will.
We will, Julie. I'm sorry.
Despite what Julie says. See you soon, everyone.
Lots of love. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Take a gander at a panda if they have one at the zoo. He's all the way from China, and he only eats bamboo. If you want to take his picture, black and white will do. Take a gander at a panda next time you're at the zoo. You have to pander to a panda, 'cause he's fussy what he eats. He doesn't go for chocolate cakes and jelly beans and sweets. All he wants are bamboo shoots, 'cause they're his favorite treat. And he does his eating lying down, so he doesn't need a seat.
Well, I was just sitting in our house, you see, enjoying myself watching the telly, probably Coronation Street at the time, and a call came through, the telephone rang, and it was Australia. And they asked me, was I interested in doing a children's album? And I thought, oh, I don't know. And then they mentioned green, and, you know, about the environment and everything, and I got more and more interested. And I asked them, well, my husband Bobby did ask them to send some songs over, and there were these lovely songs like Oh, the Penguin Strut, which is nice, very funny record, and a lovely song about a panda, which when I actually listened to it, I mean, a little tear at the end came in my eye. I love that song. But there's super songs like that on the album, and they've all got a little message. They're all educational without being, you know, stuffy and everything like that.
Take a gander at a panda, don't let the chance go by. Don't wait until tomorrow, you know how time can fly. And when you see his picture, perhaps you'll tell me why. Take a gander at a panda before he says goodbye. Take a gander at a panda before he says goodbye.
And the nice idea about the whole thing is that it's educational and it's fun, and I'm having a lot of laughs. A lot of laughs.
They're over there with the furrer.
That'll do.